fun. I used to do a lot more. Last semester I haven't so much. And then come gather around me. And when you come in, please take a seat down to the window, the last window here on my left. All cleared out. Look, they did put some concrete in certain areas to make sure it's sturdy. See that as we move on. But no going on. As you come in, you can kind of take a seat down, last window. Think about the lights. Why do you think this area
This one's the group, though.
You said it the first one? Maybe you held it.
Is that we have everyone?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys come gather a little bit closer, please. Come and have a circle here. I have a picture here of the second temple. Where is the western wall compared to where we're standing? You're all pointing in that direction. So the western wall actually is right behind us. It's true that it is also to my left, your right, but it's actually right behind us. Take a look, this is the whole western wall. The shaded area in the picture, that is the kotel, the smaller western wall, the plaza we've been to this afternoon, just a moment ago. You can see, first of all, you can see how small it is compared to the whole western wall. Secondly, you can see that there are a few layers of stone underneath it. And the western wall at one point was as well higher than the wall outside is. The shaded area does not reach the height of the original western wall. We are now standing, if you take a look above you, you see an arch. You see this great bridge. We're standing in the second arch from the bridge, from the wall, sorry. The first arch is called Wilson's Arch. We're standing in the second upper arch from the wall. Now this arch above us is not original. When I mean it's not original, I don't mean to say that it was reconstructed. This arch was found just like this. It was the dirt, the rubble that gathered here throughout the past 800 years was taken out. But this arch, the original arch, was from the Second Temple period. When the Muslims came here in the 13th century, and they rebuilt this area, and they built the Muslim quarter, they built this arch on the ruins, on the foundations that existed here from the Herodian period of this bridge. And what the Muslims actually did was they built similar bridges to this bridge all along the western wall. And that's how we can just walk today through the foundations of the Muslim quarter, through these arches. That's the way they built back then, to build something higher up. And we're just walking along the western wall through these arches. Now I ask you to take a peek down and to look through the glass window. Any idea can anybody make out what they saw in the glass window down there? Except for stones? A ladder. A staircase. Great. So we all went to the mikveh, right? Some of the guys, we went to the mikveh. We all spoke about the mikveh a bit. They found a series of 3 or 4 of these mikvahot right here beneath us. You can see how close we are to the entrance to the Temple Mount. Sorry, to the temple itself. The priests living in this area, the Kohanim living in this area every morning on the way into the temple to perform the services, can just go take a staircase going down from the bridge to these mikvahot, to these ritual water baths, purifying themselves, and then going back and entering the temple itself. We're going to move on in just a moment to the next room and see a live model of the second temple. So I'd like you to put yourselves in Jews back then's eyes. Try to think way back. People living in small villages around the country. A big city, 10,000 people. The highest building in the city is maybe 4, 5, 6 stories high. The Western Wall was 16 stories high. The height of the Western Wall was close to 60 meters high. About 180 feet at the peak. It did get smaller as you climbed up the mountain towards the northern part of the Western Wall. But try to imagine people gathering, coming from all over the country 3 times a year, on Pesach, Sukkot, and Shavuot, gathering here to Jerusalem, seeing the light coming out from the Temple Mount, reflecting down into the city beneath, seeing this massive, massive wall, 16 stories high. Think of the amounts of people. They say that close to 80,000 people gather together here 3 times a year during the 3 festives, and they all came together, walking through this bridge on their way down, through the temple, down into the city below, to bring their sacrifices here to the temple. We're going to move on to the next room for a second. We'll see if we can enter the second room. We'll see a live model. Just think about that as we approach the model. Think about those people coming from the small villages and seeing this magnificent structure. I asked before and I asked somebody a question. What did you feel when you saw the Western Wall? What was his answer? Maybe you want to repeat your answer?
The wall.
The wall. Okay? Sometimes we see things that they're supposed to be magnificent, and they are. They catch the eye. Today we have the Western Wall here. It's a wall. It's a wall we heard about. There's a lot of history behind, but it's just a wall. Think about the people coming back then, and not just seeing a wall, there's said to be about the Herodian temple. One was not seen. The temple King Herod has built has not seen a beautiful building in his days. Think of how fancy and how magnificent and how exclusive this area was. It's the largest plaza that exists back then in the Roman Empire. It's a magnificent building. People coming from much less than we have today, and they see the light and the joy and the song escorting the people here through this area. Okay? Guys, please have a seat to take pictures at the end on the way out.